Yeah,
right around the corner of my house.
Yeah, she called me up and she's like, "Hey, did you hear about the shooting?" I'm like, "I haven't. I don't have cable TV. I don't watch news."
Yeah.
Like,
Right around the corner. I'm like, oh crap! Around the corner of my house. They're like,
yeah. And
she
said she heard a couple of shots and then, brr, brr, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, holy crap. And of course, she's like, he had a kill switch. I'm thinking, don't call it a kill switch, call it a Glock switch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we start this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie, I want to thank you guys all for tuning into the show. If you are new here, please subscribe to the YouTube channel because that's good for all things YouTube, and hit the notification bell because that's always cool. If you're listening to the show in podcast form, please make sure that you leave a positive review there because that's good for analytical stuff in the podcast world. And I appreciate you guys being here. I'm glad you guys are watching the show. If you enjoy it, share it with your friends because that is how we get the Stagecoach across America.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Today we are in Framingham. We started off in Natick.
Yeah.
Framingham and Natick,
It's like
they're all the same.
It's the same.
It really is. Anyway, so we're in the Framingham Natick area of Massachusetts, and I have with me Nolan Howard.
What's going on, man?
Thank you so much for being on the show. This is I'm glad we finally got this to happen. I will admit that I am a chump when it comes to getting local folks on the show. And I know, really, and I don't mean to be a jerk because I travel around the country and I try to get as much content as I can. Mm-hmm. And then when I start to run out of content, I'm like, all right, now I got to get my local people.
I know. It's
right?
Okay.
I can't afford to travel around the holidays. It's tough. People are busy.
Right.
Let's get some people. So anyway.
I'm glad we talked about this at the goals. I think we talked about at the goals thing.
Yeah.
When they threw their...
Oh, yeah, the 250th dinner
Yeah,
that the gun owners actually
played. We planned very early on that.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. I can't complain. And now we're here.
And here we are. Boom. All right. So we're driving around. We're talking. We're in the Framingham traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic in Framingham does suck.
Yes and no. For the years I used to live in this area, it did have certain areas. On Route 9, it sucks.
Route 9 sucks. Absolutely.
As you can see, this is Route 126 right now. We're on, so...
Going to Framingham Center.
Downtown Framingham. Well, a lot of things changed.
Yeah.
It used to be good here.
Yeah? It used to be good here?
Framingham was good in the 90s. It was like a little city.
It
really was a little city. It was real. I remember Bill Clinton came here for his campaign.
Clinton came here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, downtown. And he came here and I forget when, but he came there. I was young. I didn't really look at the politics like that.
Right.
But there's a picture of him in the State House.
There's a picture of Bill Clinton in the State House.
In the State House, yeah.
He's got his pants on. I have a Bill Clinton story, but I don't have a Bill Clinton story. So I spent 10 years playing in a Motown disco funk band.
Really?
Yes. And we played at the Dick's Last Resort at the bottom of the Prudential building.
Okay.
And we had a gig one time for, I don't know, some fundraiser. I think it was in Quincy or South Boston or something. Mm-hmm. And Clinton was going to be there. But I had a school job, so I had to like a concert at school I had to go to.
Oh, geez.
So that was that. But we did get a chance to open up when George, in 2000, when George Bush and Al Gore debated at UMass Boston.
Yeah.
I ended up, the band I was in ended up playing at Al Gore's post-debate party at the Park Plaza. So our pay was a little meet and greet with Al Gore.
Nice.
Yeah. And
I'll take that.
Right. He had to hang out with us for 2 minutes. And I was like, my deal was this. I was just getting into politics. But we played, like the debate was on a big screen. Mm. Then we played. And then when we were done, by the time Al got there from UMass Boston, Tom Menino came out, and he was the mayor of Boston. Mumbles Menino came out and spoke.
Yeah, Mumbles.
And then John Kerry came out, spoke. He came out and spoke. Tipper Gore came out and spoke. And then Al finally came out. And when Al was done, we were all shuffled to the back, and we got to have a little meet and greet with him. And one of the guys videotaped the whole thing. He was with us for about 2 minutes. And as soon as he came in, he's like, "Oh my God, you guys are great. Thanks for playing. You guys were awesome." We were hanging out with Donna Brazel, right? Donna Brazel was like, "We're going to get you guys to come on down and play at the inauguration. You guys can play the Al Green tune because, that'll be great," and all this stuff, man. She's just going on. And Al's there for the picture. We get our picture with him, and then he walked away, and I'm like, "You guys know he's a friggin' liar, right?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I'm not talking about climate change. I'm not talking about anything." I said, "I'm talking about," he said we sounded great, and he was in he was in an SUV train going from UMass Boston up to the Park Plaza. He didn't hear us playing notes. So I don't care about the politics. He's a liar for saying we were a great band. Not that we weren't a great band. Anyway, nonsense. Let's talk about you. How did you become a gun guy? So where'd you grow up? So did you grow up here in Framingham?
I grew up here in Framingham. I was born in Boston. I
Nice.
left Boston around like 3-4 when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So we went out here, went to Marlboro for
Nice.
a year, and then after that, I would say after that, like first grade through, from first grade on, I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is downtown Framingham.
Downtown Framingham.
Yeah, it's way different what it used to look like. As you can see right to the right of us is City Hall. That's their City Hall right here. Yeah, a lot of change. A lot of it's been the same here. Nothing has been changed there except a lot of heavy Brazilian population.
A very heavy Brazilian population.
Saw a very fluctuating coming in like the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So that before, other than that, yeah, I was here, been here for a gun guy. I always liked guns, not like in a bad thing. Couldn't have them. Like I was infatuated with World II games. I think when I all started, when I was playing like Medal of Honor Frontline. That's why I like all that stuff.
That would do it, right?
That would do it. Like, ooh, the Tommy guns, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But in my household, couldn't have those type of things. So
That's cool.
You dreamed about it and you play the games, and
Yeah.
and it's just as times got, I always liked guns, just couldn't have them. But then I guess when I left and when Trump was in office the first time, that's when I decided to say, something's not right in the air. So I went down to Mass Firearms here in Holliston.
Nice.
And the rest is history.
So this is all like you got into this as an adult?
Yeah, I would say like 30, 31.
30, that's the same for me. I didn't get into it until I was about 30.
I loved the guns. I loved it, but just didn't really
Didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I didn't get my hands. So I just got it, and then after that, when I moved back into Boston, probably in like 2000, 2001.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started. I went to a class with Don Core. Shout out to Don Core. I hope all is well. I already had my license, and he kind of helped me out.
Mm-hmm.
Get some hands-on stuff, help other people. And then that's when I started 617 Defense. Just to have someone in the local area to keep up on politics, especially in the Black community.
Right.
We don't get this type of resources or knowledge of stuff like that. And so for me, it was just like, all right, how can I be different from every other instructor? How can I keep up from the current events, the laws, all that stuff? And, so that's how I started. What's going on? And one thing led to another. Kept on shooting. Did
Where did you belong? Where did you go shoot?
Here in Holliston.
You coming to MFS?
Yeah, MSF.
I used to work there.
Really?
Yes.
Probably didn't see you. I probably did see you.
No, you didn't. So here's the scoop. I became an instructor. I got my LTC in 2002.
Okay.
I was in my early 30s. I married, had a kid, had a kid on the way, and that's when I became a gun guy. And then 2000, I became an RSO?
Yeah.
Became a range safety officer, so I could run bowling pin shoots. Then after the bowling pin shoots, I would help John Green with the firearm safety education days, is what they call them, the FSEDs. And I would help with those. I'd go teach and go do the handgun stuff. And then John was like, "You should become an instructor." I'm like, "What do I have to do?" So I went to Goal and did the I guess it's different now, but I did. I thought I would just do the basic pistol class.
Yeah.
But we also got certified to do home firearm safety.
Yeah, I did the same thing with John too.
Yeah, and then
John's great. Hi, John. Hope all's well.
John's the best, man. We call him Dr. Green.
Yeah, he is.
So I didn't really know what to do with that. I had some business cards printed up. Came up with a name to put on the business cards, and then in about 2010, my life was falling apart. I needed to make more money, so I went to MFS, and I'm like, I'm looking to become a gun instructor, and so they hired me and didn't really do much with me. They were actually in Framingham.
Okay.
Yeah, when I first started working there, and I would do, I did like 2 classes on a Saturday and maybe 1 on a Sunday. And then once they moved to Holliston, here's what it is. There was a commercial for a bank where if you referred a friend, the bank would give you $100. So everybody in the commercial, the people walking around, their head turns to Benjamin Franklin.
Okay.
So I'm teaching at MFS, and I'm up there singing and dancing for 4 hours, teaching the class, and I'm bringing in $2,000 for the boss, and the boss is paying me $150.
What?
Yeah. So I'm
like, bro, I need like at least 800.
Right. That would have been great, and I understand he's got expenses, and he was spending a ton of money in marketing.
I get it.
So I was like, I can sing and dance. I need to do it more for myself, and that's when I started teaching classes more on my own. And I started in about 2010, but by 2014, I wasn't really doing them then. So, yeah. But it was cool. It gave me a lot of great experience standing in front of people and teaching class and doing all that sort of stuff. So anyway, so you'd come down here to MFS to do some shooting.
Yep.
Cool.
And then after that, I went back into Boston. I was just doing my own thing myself, just becoming proficient, trying to do the best. Then I tried to do basic pistol, didn't pass it the first time, and then that's when I met John Green, and I did what was it, RSO? No, I did home firearm safety with him, so I became an instructor with him, and then after that I just became an RSO, and then after that I would say probably a couple years down the line when I was doing working with other instructors, and Antonio Miles from Urban Shooting Experience, he came to me. We knew Donco. We both went into business together, and but still kept everything separate. And we usually did classes probably like twice a month.
Nice.
But the whole year we used to bring I remember one class. I think the most we had was like 20. Especially in the Boston area. So it's we focused in Boston. Now I've moved down to become an instructor at Mansfield Fish and Game.
Cool. There's no, so as Mike Harris likes to call it, Boston's a range desert.
It is it's due to politics. Massachusetts is a range desert.
Yeah, there's
mostly private clubs.
Right, except for Cape Gun Works.
Yeah, Cape Gun Works, Mass Firearms, Hot Brass in Springfield. The Gun Parlor.
The Gun Parlor, I think you might have to be a member there.
I think you may have to be a member there. On Target and Drake-It. And what's the other one? Oh, American Firearms
School in
Those are like the only 6.
Right.
Throughout the whole state. And the rest.
Right, where you can rent range time.
Right.
Every place else you got to be a member of.
You got to be a member of. So it's like I would love to have one in Boston, but due to the political climate.
Oh my gosh.
It would be highly impossible.
Yeah.
But that's why I would love to have one. Just to have a range, even maybe an FFL, but just only selling ammo and accessories.
Yeah.
Due to, the new Chapter 135 here,
Oof.
It's making things so difficult. It's like having an FFL in Boston, it would make me the mayor. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
If I was able to open one, I think I'd be the mayor of the 2A community. And then everybody would just ship everything. And just give it to Nolan in Boston.
I'd rather have you be the mayor of Boston because Woo is not doing a great job.
All of them, this local politics. Local politics is just, it's a doozy here in Boston.
Yeah, it's
especially me living there. And, I actually see what's going on. And unfortunately, the Democratic Party looking at, focusing on Trump, and people here in Massachusetts are suffering. But, to each his own. And then you got the Chapter 135. You got the state making their own curriculum, which still hasn't been done yet. We've been here for a year and a half going. And I think state police is probably like, maybe they may do it. They may not. Who knows? But it's going to be huge
It's going to be a
shit
huge
show.
change. It is going to be a shit show. So I did. I went through the process at the suggestion of the Penn Patriot, John Petrolino. I went through the process to get a New Jersey permit. Okay,
that must have been fun.
Oh, dude,
8 months probably. Just like Massachusetts.
So I started the process in February of 24.
Okay.
February 24. I spent $50 to get on the New Jersey State Police and sit through a PowerPoint where they did have a picture of a top break revolver. Yeah, talking about revolvers. Yeah, old school. We're talking late 1800s here. Wow. So they had that as a picture of a revolver. I go through the PowerPoint. It's $50. Then it's $98 to do the electronic fingerprints.
Okay.
Then the fingerprint place screwed up the number and didn't send it to the barracks in Jersey. So I waited. Jeez. Yeah, every time I reached out to the Jersey police, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna, don't reach out to us. We'll reach out to you." And then it became one of these things where, like 2 days after that, then I'd get an email from a human, and they're like, "Hey, well, here's what's going on. Well, blah blah blah." Started it in February. In September, I wrote to them, and I'm like, "Hey, it's been since March, or it's been since February. I'm just kind of wondering what's going on here."
Right.
And they sent it. I got it like a week later. I got the FID card, so I could only bring rifles and shotguns to and through Jersey if Petrolino and I were going to go down and do some sporting clays.
Okay.
So then he says, now you've got to get your Jersey PTC, your permit to carry. Mm-hmm. That was going down to the Gun for Hire range in North Jersey, dropping $275 on a 2 hour. It's not. I don't want to say it's not a course, but it's the 2 hour qualification that you have to do.
Okay.
So that was 2 hours to go through that. Then I had to spend another $200 to get the permit to carry. All in all, I spent about $625 to get the Jersey permit. And Petrolino was we were talking about this, and he was saying the good thing is that the New Jersey police didn't want anything to do with getting this, doing all this permit stuff.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm hoping the Mass police don't want to have anything to do with it.
I don't blame them.
State police
are like, no, that's just too much.
Just right.
Keep it the way it is. Now we're in Holliston, everybody.
Now we're in Holliston. We did pass MFS.
No, you didn't. You about to. I think we're about to be.
I don't remember all these houses. I saw that one place. Stop war, not Putin. Yeah, okay.
No, I don't think I think we did pass. Well, did we?
I don't know. I think we did, because I don't remember driving down this far.
Yeah.
And I don't remember all these houses.
Okay, we'll take a U.
But it's probably going to be right up here on the left, right where that car came from.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Well. Anyway, so you're. I don't want to say you're new to this, but you're pretty new. Like, that's not it.
I would say I'm like new on the public scene.
Right, like less than 10 years of being an active guy. And
right.
Teaching classes and stuff.
Yeah. Active them. So, I mean, even me being in the Boston Globe and which is an honor.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you probably read the article and stuff.
I did.
Which is very shocking. I mean, they kind of gave me a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Most people's like, how did you get a fair assessment? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Some guy was like, pigs do fly in Boston. You got a fair article in Boston Globe. This is great. I was like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I said, maybe because I'm black. I don't know. They want to tiptoe around that. I don't know.
See, it's that black privilege, man.
I wouldn't say about that, but you don't want that. But I would say it's just, I don't know, it's just something that's never been done before.
Right.
So I think that's one thing. And then, having, I don't know, instead of us being in the shadows, because most black people, we don't focus on the local politics. Some do, not many. We focus on the big ones, like the president and the governor and all that stuff. And it doesn't really, I tell people when they take my class, stop focusing on the governor, on the president. He's not changing. He's not doing anything. It's your local politics, from the AG to the school board committee. You basically take a left hand. You want to make a U-turn, whatever. All that stuff, and
I just need to remember where we came from.
I do.
All right.
I do.
Pay attention
to
local
politics. They run your state. The 15% runs everything in the whole state. So that's what you have to look for. Especially city council. That's why I tell people to focus on know your politicians. Ask the questions like you do.
Mm.
You know, I'm not saying the president has done good stuff. It is what it is, but you know, it's just focus on your local politics. They're the ones who is doing all this crazy shit that's making things difficult. You know, especially for the 2A community. You know, keep the pressure on them. I mean, I would love to tell the politicians, hey, you want to come down to Blue Hill Ave, Morton Street? Let's see how those gun safety laws work. Because clearly they don't. And I know a bunch of cops who be working double overtime shifts and arresting these people, and they keep them getting slaps on the wrist and sent back out. So how is that changing anything? It's not.
It's not. And the crazy thing to me about 135 is all the stuff that's in it doesn't do anything except come after the law-abiding folks.
Right. Like, look at Dylan. The guy who got... Was it Dylan, his name? I forget the guy who got locked up since June. Wayne. Yeah. Wayne is the one... He's still suffering from Chapter 135.
Yeah, he's still been in jail. I just saw Gold put something up, and it's been over 100 days that he's been locked up in jail.
Yeah, I think they denied his bail at 4 times?
Yeah.
Like, gee.
You got to be kidding me.
So
I jokingly tell people, I say, look, if you're, you know, if you got a gun license and whatever, if you're going to get in trouble with a gun, keep a bag of heroin with you so that you have something to plead with, right?
I want to say that probably get you on the gun charge. More on the drug charge than the gun charge.
Exactly. Then the gun charge never happened. It's not a thing, not an issue, not a problem, which is ridiculous. Yeah, 135, man, it's bad stuff. It goes after people. It makes the training more difficult.
That's going to be a problem.
It really is.
Like most clubs are everything private, so they don't have to abide by having the general public come by if they don't want it. It's in their bylaws.
Yeah.
So if I want to be like, no, I don't want to do this, then we're not going to do it. You know, I don't think all these people. I don't know if you want to turn around.
No, we're good, man.
Okay.
We're good.
I don't know how if you. Like, it's just going to cause a huge problem that it's just these politicians haven't been to all the gun clubs in the state of Mass. There's no way.
Right. They haven't been to any place. Tell us more of the stuff that's in 135 as far as the training stuff goes.
Supposedly, when I was reading, they're going to be like a written test.
Yeah,
a written test that the state's going to give the instructors. People are going to take it. Then we got to give it to them, give it to the state. Then they're going to mark it because they probably know the answers. We don't know. And then the state's going to give out the certificate provided the person passes or not. That's some of the stuff I don't know. And then there's, de-escalation tactics, which for me, I think it's funny as heck. I don't think that's never going to happen, especially it's impossible, especially in the city.
Have you looked up de-escalation? Have you Googled it?
No, I haven't.
I have. Because I'm like, de-escalation. So in the gun community, we talk about, in Massachusetts, it's disengagement training, but in the gun community, we call it de-escalation. Okay? Disengagement training, the first thing that comes up is pathological worry disengagement. The second thing that comes up is engagement training and disengagement training for your dog.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, like 4 or 5 things down, somebody put some PDF out about disengagement training with firearms and tactical disengagement training. Nobody knows what this means. We have to do suicide prevention. We have to do injury prevention. Here's injury prevention for me. Safe direction, finger off a trigger, check to see if the gun's loaded.
Right. Those are your top 3 right there.
Right.
I mean, then if you want to, like I'm a stop the bleed instructor as well too. So
that's cool.
If you want to do that, yeah, you can do that too. You can add to it. It's good, for safety situations.
Yeah.
But for de-escalation, I laughed at that. I said, yeah, let's see how this goes in Boston because this is not going to work.
It's not going to work.
It's a laughing stock what it is.
The live fire training. What do you think about having the requiring live fire training?
I'm not for it, but at the same time, I tell people, like, even in my home firearm safety class, I make them just do it with the 22 so they get a sense of idea. Hey, this is what it is, what you've learned. So now we're going to take that, what you've learned in the class and apply it.
Yeah.
That's the only time I really would do it. Basic pistol, you already do it automatically.
Right.
It's just, I'm not for it, but I'm not for it because it's just... It's cost efficient for one, so that's more ammo I gotta buy. Especially I like to be outdoors now for ranges.
Yeah.
Some people may not like the cold. Some people get startled from the loud noises when you fire off a gun in the, inside the range because it echoes and the sound doesn't dissipate, so it scares them even more.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine me going to mass firearms and shooting someone shooting
indoors,
shooting a 12 gauge. Scares the living hell out of the person. I don't like this.
Right.
So everything's clustered, everything's close by. It's
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Again, yes and no. But I think with whatever these politicians are trying to figure out, it's like, what, you want to shoot one round for 10 minutes? Okay. I said last time I checked, 200-300 rounds. If I really wanted to, I can go over probably 400 rounds.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to on a range session, I can easily go over 400 rounds with no problem.
Absolutely.
With no issue within probably an hour. Maybe
yeah.
I would say an hour. I would say maybe with an hour and a half. Tops.
Who's the guy out here? Linsky? Dave Linsky?
Dave Linsky is in Natick.
Natick. Okay.
Dave Linsky,
he's in this area.
I'm like, no, this isn't Holliston.
Right.
We're in Holliston right now. Well, we've been going to Milford, back that way. But in Natick, I'm like, you live in Natick. You live in the suburbs. Nothing crazy drastic happens. Framingham had more crime than Natick, I would say.
Yeah.
As I was growing up.
Well, he wanted some training where you had to have a 5-hour class, and you had to do live fire, and you had to go through 50 rounds.
That's
so I would
so basically going through a box.
I would tell people, I say, so you go through one box of ammo, and then you watch. What's a long movie? Right, like a 3-hour long movie. You watch like
Planet of the Apes.
The Planet of the Apes.
That was a 2.5, 3-hour long movie. There you go.
You watch that. There we go. Because there's 50 rounds in an hour is ridiculous. Or in 5 hours, there's nothing to that. Nothing to that. My attitude is this. My attitude is there shouldn't be any live fire.
Right.
However, you should do it if you're going to be responsible.
Right.
Like that's the responsible thing to do. But you shouldn't make it a requirement, because if the state says here's what the requirements are,
right,
they can change what they decide their requirements are. They can change it at any time, as we're finding out. Right. Illinois went from
I think Illinois did something like this, and no one did anything. They're like, yeah, go screw yourself.
Illinois went from paying $10 for a firearm owner's identification card to 16 hours of class time.
Yeah, that doesn't make any.
And then after Bruin, New York went to 18 hours of class time.
That's nuts.
Right. So you have to do a 16-hour class and 2 hours of live fire. What are you teaching people in 16 hours? What are you teaching them? What are they retaining?
Right. It's too long.
It really is. It's
like
too much.
Basic pistol.
Yeah.
To 2-day class, like 8 hours one thing, and then what you learned from yesterday, now you gotta apply for it. It's just nuts. It's not making sense.
Yeah. I'm with you. And if my attitude, I go to the extreme with the if there's going to be a qualification, like I'm all for doing live fire, whatever. If they're going to make it a requirement, if they're going to make a qualification requirement, I say let's go balls out and make it the FBI qualification.
Oh, with the CCW where they do
right,
it.
and
they give that too.
Then after you've done the FBI qualification, you can carry any place the FBI gets to carry.
That would make sense.
Because you've met the requirements, you've passed a background check, you're not a criminal, you've done all the stuff, you've gone through all the hoopla, you've done the live firing requirement, carry where the FBI carries.
But I don't know, people from drawing situation, that would just be.
I know it's
very tough.
Yeah,
because you can't
learn everything in one session.
You can't. Like you would have to probably teach somebody. Like I went to master. I did carry conceal 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to do 3 and 4, but I missed those days. You would have to just teach people that after you do this is what you got to do next.
Mm-hmm.
So they won't shoot themselves in the foot.
Right.
So it's a lot more. It's harder than what they think they made. What they think it is. It's like
Oh, absolutely.
So what? We're going to teach people in 16 hours how to.
Right.
Obtain all the stuff that you wanted to do, plus learn how to holster and draw.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens if people, shoot themselves? Yeah, now granted, yes, you go over with no ammo in the class, and then you just learn from, hey, shoot it ready, all that stuff, draw, all that, so you go through the actions. But like even that class, I went through like easy 500 rounds.
Yeah.
Like it's just all that time. And they even got dummy rounds for manipulation problems just for
the ball and dummy trick and functions. Yeah.
So it's just like, it's just a lot.
It's a way lot.
It's a lot. It's not as easy as what they think it is.
I've been saying for a long time, since they can't take our guns away, they're going to make it unaffordable to be able to get a license.
That's what they're gonna do.
You know,
that's what they're gonna try to do. And I'm
like,
I tell people, I'm like, listen, get on it now.
Right.
Because I feel bad for them because in 6 years they have to do
they got to do it all over again.
All over in the new process. And
yeah.
It's like, what?
I'm telling
it's like,
people
how come you don't have to do that? I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to, unfortunately. And that's why I try to tell people before this stuff happened, get everything done.
Get it going, man.
And then now I tell them all these people, wait, I gotta do it again. I was like, yeah, man, because you didn't listen to what I told you to do prior. And then now you're gonna be pissed off even more than what you are now.
Because the queen is not happy.
Forget about the queen. Forget about the imbeciles and everybody that's in there that doesn't know anything.
Right.
So it's just like it's not gonna be good.
It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna work. Yeah.
And it's
not good.
You know, that's just what it is.
Yeah, totally.
Jeez. I messed up. Oh well.
Oh man.
It's okay. We still good. We're still talking. Hey everybody, we're still here.
We're back.
But other than that, you know, I from going back even though we went off, that's how I went out, you know, became a firearm instructor.
Yes.
And then I know Naga was here before. And then, but what happens? They weren't happy. What happened with the last person? So they dissolved it. And then I brought it back in 3 years ago in October.
Very cool. Now it is important for us to have a more diverse crowd, right?
Right.
Like black people like shooting, women like shooting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody likes shooting. It's a good time.
It is.
And one of the things that we have that we need to do is we do need to get more a wider. We need to get more people shooting.
That's why we did what we did with the NRA, friends and family, like just to bring a wider, you know, audience, right? You know, they failed in the urban community. A lot of people do, you know, and I get it because people say, "Oh, Boston, I want to go in there." I'm like, well, there's more people in Boston. You got Randolph, certain parts of Dedham, Brockton. Well, that's another tough area, you know. But unfortunately, you know, it's just there's a lot that needs to be done.
Yeah,
the old way isn't working anymore.
The old way's not working.
It's just you need to branch out, and like us here with Naga, we are that branch. You know, so it's you know, we deal with our own stuff, you know, and trying to be part of the two-way community. Yeah. So it's, you know, it's tough sometimes.
So what do you guys do? You guys have meetings where you?
Yeah, we meet once a month meetings. You know, go over you know what we did from range time. You know, whatever event. Like we had a lot of successful, you know, Black History Month shooting, even just regular range days. I mean, at one point we had like 40 people.
Dude, that's cool.
And the crowd up in Manchester Fire Alarm. Even we had two Black Juneteenth events at Toby's.
Oh, cool. Down at Cape Gun Works?
Twice, 2 years in a row.
That's great.
Last year, I think, this past one, we had about like maybe 20 people? 12. No, between like 12 to 20 people.
Nice.
And the year before that, we had like...
Think this guy's going to turn?
No. Good. And we had like 40 people like the previous one. So it's been successful. Like we said, what we saw is people like to shoot.
Yeah.
Because we provided everything, and you know, people like it, have a good time. Oh yeah, and then you know how it is. Some people don't follow up. You know, unfortunately, that's what it is.
Yeah. Do you collect their information?
You know, when we do like the inventors, that will collect their name. Yeah. You know, email address, phone number. That's about it. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. No, totally. So the thing that I've learned, and I got this from my biz mentor, is that you have to you got to get the people's names and email addresses, and then make that your holy grail of keeping in touch with people.
Yeah, we try to do all that, you know.
Yeah,
keep in contact with people and stuff and that. But you know, here in Massachusetts, it's just tough because you know we want to get our own range, you know, especially run by African American, not made to, you know,
right,
separate, whatever. But it's like it'd be good to have, someone that's run in the urban community that has something, so more people can come out and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because the past experience, I mean, I've dealt people who they felt a certain way when they went to, being the only black person in the range. I'm like, I get it. It sucks, but
sure.
It's like you gotta find other ways to say, okay, who's around? Right. Who can I get in contact? So people do keep in contact with us. I mean, I say basically our home base is like in Mansfield Fish and Game.
Yeah.
Because I have a great relationship with, the guys from Goals. Garrett's the VP there.
Cool.
I have a great relationship with them. Jeff is also on the board over there as well.
Yeah.
So, it's just, that's our home base for now.
That's cool.
It's just, trying to get arranged is tough because of the political, state here and the climate here. It's very tough. You got to deal with the city, different town halls and stuff. Some people are not for it. Some people are. And it's just very, very tough. And then a lot of people in the urban group don't like to travel. Or they don't have the means to travel. Every time I've done classes, people say, well, how come they don't give us the information? I said, because they don't want you to know.
Right.
They don't want you to know. They want you to be dumb, stupid, and like, yeah. Put your trust in us. And a lot of people get shocked. And that's when they start to listen or start to show them, like, hey, you got to get out of Boston. They're not going to give you a gun range there. Even though there's one gun range in Boston Gun and Rifle, right? That's the only one that's been there since the 70s. But it's old.
Where?
Fields Corner.
Where's that?
In Dorchester.
Okay. All right.
It's right next to the McDonald's and all that stuff, T-Mobile in that area right there on Park Ave.
Okay.
All that. So it's just, that's the difficulty in the black community for right now.
Yeah.
So we're trying to look at Fox 10 Solutions. They're trying to sell their stuff. I'm like, really? They sold their I think they're selling it or in the talks. I don't know. But I would love to have our own range. But again, it's just, you're not going to have a range in Boston.
Right.
You can forget about getting an FFL in Boston. It's tough.
That's ridiculous.
It's tough.
That's
what happens if I just want to sell ammo and accessories. I don't want no guns.
Yeah.
How am I, I just want to do that. What's wrong with that?
Mm-hmm. You're offering ammo to your,
to the clientele.
To your clientele. That's it.
That's all we want. Nothing else. And have it arranged. You want, if you also about, the politicians about gun safety, why would you not let us have a spot or a community center to do something?
Well, we could do something like that, yeah.
So you can you can curb the gun violence. You ain't going to stop it. You can curb it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have people who live in the city that look like you and they're talking the same thing about his counterparts. I've done this with 17 and 15-year-olds before.
Mm-hmm.
They get glued to it. They're like, what?
Right.
Yeah, I can have this too. I said, yeah, if you do it the right way.
Right.
It may take a minute, but you can have it. You can have what you see on Call of Duty. Maybe not the ARs anymore because it's illegal, but
you can have a neutered AR.
You can have a neutered one if you want to. Or go. I tell people, go get a PCC.
Oh yeah,
that's the closest AR you're gonna get.
Right.
Might as well. But it's just I mean, I have seen good when I've done stuff. So the kids, some kids they do, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
But just having, here in Naga, we're in Dorchester, one of our members has a building, but he's waiting to get stuff fixed up, and sometimes you can't rely on people. No disrespect to him, but it's just when you're trying to have. I tell people, if we had our sign up in Boston, it'd be holy grail. Flood stuff, flood in. Wait, you guys are here? I'm like, yeah, we've been here.
Right, we've been here. We've been doing this.
We just need a building.
Yeah,
and the taxes and stuff is wrong, and it's I would love to. I wish they'd made a grant, for the firearm safety and all stop the bleed stuff.
Yeah,
that would be huge. That can put a dent in the problems that these guys have now in the city.
Totally.
You won't be like I said, you won't stop it, but you can put a dent in it.
Yeah,
and you can see it, but they think they know more than us, and they really don't.
They really don't. It boggles my mind that the non-gun people and the people that are against it are the ones that want to have a say and have control and want to tell the people that know what they're talking about what they should be doing.
Right, but they really have no idea.
I have no clue.
It's like Representative Day. It's how are you going to tell me what I need to do? You live in, what do you live in?
Stoneham or Winchester?
Stoneham, when there's really no problems in Stoneham.
Right.
But you're not even in Boston, y'all just work in Boston. I guarantee the majority of you won't even walk down the street at night.
Yeah,
but you're going to tell me what I need to do or anybody else needs to do? No, this is when we come in as the National African American Gun Association. You
Yeah.
can't tell us what we do. When I live in the backyard, like I found a needle in front of my house where I lived at. Like,
oh my God.
So what happens if my kid touched that?
No
or my
shit.
nieces and nephews, some other kid touched it. Like, look what happened in the South End. The kid touched it, and he had to go through like 18 tests just not to make sure he doesn't get on HIV or hepatitis A or B.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
That's
So
nuts,
it's just, it's like, enough's enough. And I think it's just,
I'm with you. Enough is enough.
So it is what it is, and you just got to deal with it, go with it, and yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. All right, tell us more about your biz. What kind of classes do you offer?
So I offer basic pistol, home firearm safety, stop the bleed. I am a saber
pepper spray.
Yeah. I haven't done it yet because I have to just know more a little bit. I took the class and stuff.
Yeah.
I got to read up on the stuff and all that stuff, and that's the only thing. That's what I offer for right now. I was supposed to go to class for a CR or so, but I missed that class to become a chief.
Oh, cool.
But I'm also looking to become. I took a shotgun class too, NRA shotgun class. But no one doesn't give out the shotgun instructor course. So it's like I would love to be a shotgun instructor. That's the only thing, but no one in Massachusetts doesn't. So I did my class in New Hampshire, the Merrimack Gun Club, up in Merrimack, New Hampshire.
Was it defensive strategies?
It was basically
it
was basically the in and outs from a pump shotgun,
right,
over under, all the regular semi-automatic, all that stuff, how to operate it, all that, and then we shot like clays, which was fun.
That's cool.
Finding the break point, when to shoot it.
Yeah,
it humbled me quick as a student. It's not as hard.
Shotgun does humble you pretty quickly, man.
It humbles you quick. Like, oh wow, like okay, this one has to shoot a flying clay. I'm like,
right.
Trap a skeet, and it's just like, oh, but it was very, very fun.
Yeah.
I would love to, get myself into that.
Yeah. That would be cool too. I think it'd be better if the Mass State Police accepted more courses as approved courses.
Great.
That would be really cool because I'm certified to do the NRA basic rifle. I never taught one. Certified,
really?
Certified for basic shotgun. Never taught one. Personal protection inside the home.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Because
not
people really just want a lot of people like the AR platform, or they don't think about certain things like, all right, what do I need to do for an escape plan inside the house, outside the house? How do I figure that out? Or they just get the basics. Okay, I got my gun, that's it, I'm done. And then some of the students that I do, they don't follow up. I mean, listen, you got to follow up. Like, how you get the gun on the license, but you don't fire it? What?
Right.
What sense does that make?
It doesn't make any sense, and it's hard. It's an, I don't want to say it's hard, but it's an uphill battle to convince people. All right, cool. You got your permit, you got your LTC, you got your license, you got a couple boxes of ammo, you got some eyes and ears, you got a little gun case to keep everything locked and secured.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do you do?
Right.
Now what's your plan now to keep yourself safe? What are you going to do in your house? Do you have a plan inside your house? Do you carry outside? How do you carry? Where do you carry? Do you practice drawing from? Do you practice drawing from concealment?
Right.
Do you do some dry fire stuff?
It's a lot.
There's a
people
lot
really
to
don't
it.
know. It's like, oh my God, it's a lot. It's like, it's intimidating, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And I understand that, right? But it's like you have to kind of fight the uphill battle of it. I was like, so you can feel comfortable.
Yeah, I think what you have to do is you have to change the mindset of the people.
Right.
To say, hey, listen, this is defensive lifestyle that we're living here.
Right.
Or the armed lifestyle.
Right.
That is how you need to look at things, right? Pay attention to your surroundings, and back into parking places, and maybe carry a flashlight, and maybe carry some medical stuff. Put a
excuse me.
Zoom tight. Put a go bag in your car. That kind of that sort of stuff. It's like a whole package of how you need to live, and just buying a gun and keeping it in a safe in the closet in your bedroom is not necessarily gonna.
It's not. It's
help
not like right now. Even I'm carrying.
Yeah.
So it's just not. It's not because just to scare people. Just you never know. My father said, always be prepared.
Yeah.
You never know. That's anything just in life, right?
Absolutely.
Always told me, my sister, always know where your surroundings is. Like, what happens if you get lost? You got to find the marker so we can tell you. You got to talk to somebody. So I have a pinpoint location of somewhere where you are in the vicinity of the area.
Yeah.
So it's, he made sure about that stuff.
That's cool.
And I'm looking back now, been 11 years since he's passed, but I understand now what he's saying. It's like, I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it. Move like you have a purpose. Move like you have a purpose. Always be aware. Don't be sorry. Be aware. When you think you weaken the nation, my father was a strict man. Had all these sayings in the world. Like, okay,
nice.
But you understand it now. I understand it now. When my husband, as myself, father.
Yeah.
I get it now.
This was pretty cool. I was going out for a walk one time, and this is before they had wireless earbuds, and so I was going to leave, and my daughter's like, "Dad, only one earbud." You're right, sweetheart. Only one earbud in.
Yeah. So
you can hear what's going on. Absolutely. It baffles me. I drive around a lot. It baffles me how many people cross the road and don't even look to see if cars are coming.
Yeah. It's like a zombie.
Like, they don't even look.
It's a zombie situation.
It totally is.
You're just like, huh? And it's just like, you got to pay attention where you're at.
Totally.
Especially in Boston. Like, you really can't.
Oh, my gosh.
You can't really be, like, oblivious. But a lot of people are, like, oblivious to certain things. And
completely.
They don't.
They have no clue.
So this is where we're at in life, unfortunately.
All right, how can people find you and all the stuff that you're up to? Plug away.
So you can hit me on 617 Defense on Instagram, Facebook, 617 Defense LLC on Twitter. I have my own website at 617defense.com. You can either email me at 617defense@gmail.com if you want to call me. 508-740-7981.
I love this. 617 Defense. My area code's 508. Come on, man.
I'm not going to change my number now. Everyone knows.
Right. Everyone knows it. Yeah, I hear you.
So it's just, that's, you can reach me. I even do in-home classes of home firearm safety too.
Nice.
So if you don't like the classroom setting, I can go to your house. I can do that. I offer that as well. $10 more, but in the comfort of your home.
There you
go. And I also found out a way that actually kind of works. People feel comfortable doing it in their house.
Oh my gosh, I take the Mary Kay approach, right? Which obviously dates me. Yeah. But I'm like, look, here's the deal. You host a party. You get a half a dozen people. You bring the snacks and the drinks. You get it for free. Your friends pay. I make some money. You get it for free. Easy peasy.
Right. So people, that's one way I do it. And I know now that we do Stop the Bleed courses. I mean, we haven't done one in a minute. But,
cool.
We do that, and that's like $50. But with that, you get like a free tourniquet. So kind of gets you prepared.
That's awesome.
So
very cool. All right. Well, we're going to put some links below. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
I'm glad we finally got to make this happen. If you are not a member of the Second Amendment Foundation, we're going to put links below. I just said that. If you're not a member of the Second Amendment Foundation, go to saf.org. There's going to be a link below for that. If you're looking for cell service, you can go to Patriot Mobile. Use the discount code RSWC. Get a month for free. If you go to U.S. Law Shield, use the discount code RSWC for that. You get 14 months for the price of 12. And thank you guys for watching the show. Share it with your folks. We will see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.